everybody, and welcome to your virtual F45 workout. All of the coaches have been working hard putting together different segments that we're going to piece together into one giant workout just for you. So before we get started, I'm going to get you warmed up. So go ahead and find some space, and we're going to start with some of the traditional movements we see in class so it feels just like home to you guys. So let's go ahead and start with those high knees and forward punches right here. Drive those knees up. Good, we're gonna get that heart rate up here in the next 2 minutes. And let's switch to those jumping jacks right here. All the way out and in. Good job, keep it up. From here, we're gonna go into those shuffle and adduction movement right here, and we're gonna shuffle 4 times. Open up that hip, shuffle, and open it up. Good. One more time on that other side. And let's bring it down for mountain climbers. Let's go, guys, bring it here. Drive those knees in. Shoulders over your wrist, knees into your chest. Very good, go ahead, bring it down. We're gonna do that lumbar stretch right here. Plant those feet side to side. Shoulders are pressed into the floor. Good, let's go one more time to that other side. And get on your heels. Let's drive those hips to the ceiling, up and down. Squeeze those glutes at the top. Good job, guys. Let's get 2 more right here. 2 and 1. Bring it back up on those feet. Fast feet, fast feet. Let's go, quick. Good, stay on those toes. All right, we're gonna finish up with 5 burpees right here in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Bring it up, down, and back up. 2, 3, 4. One more. And 5. All right, guys, now that you're warmed up, let's get started with the rest of the workout.
Hey everybody, Coach Michelle here, and I am going to get you a nice little leg workout. So what you're going to do is you're going to do a 5-minute AMRAP. So that means as many reps as possible in that 5 minutes. And you'll just continue to do these 3 exercises over and over for the next 5 minutes. With that being said, I kept the moves very simple and effective so that you can do these exercises both with weight or without weight. That way, if you don't have weights, you can still participate in this. All right, so our first exercise is going to be squats. Now, I am going to grab a pair of weights on this, but I will give you some options to do this in different tempos to make it a little bit more challenging for you, to make sure you get the most out of your exercise. So our first exercise with that squat, we're going to place our feet just outside of our hips. Our toes are slightly turned out. We want to take and we want to bring those shoulders back, keep our chest nice and tall, and brace your core. I like to rack my dumbbells right here on the front. My hips are going to go back before down, and as I drop nice and low, my knees travel slightly out towards my toe line, keeping my chest up, shoulders back, and as I push that ground away from me, pretending like you're trying to split a piece of paper in half, you're going to squeeze your glutes at the top of the move. Now, for those of you that do not have some weights, I'm going to give you an option. You can do what's called a body weight squat. All of the form is the same way. We're going to keep that core tight, hips down and back. We're going to drop down right here, nice and parallel to the ground, coming all the way up, squeeze our glutes at the top. If you're looking for something kind of in between, what you can do is you can take that squat, come all the way down, and just come half up, go down, half up. That way, you're going to build a little bit more tension and creating more of that strength while not using those weights. Our second exercise is going to be the lunge. This is primary muscle is going to be our glutes on this one. So again, I'm going to grab a pair of weights to start. We're going to grab those weights right here. We're going to roll those shoulders up and back. We want to make sure those shoulders stay stacked over our hips, chest stays tall. We keep our eyesight forward. We keep our core nice and tight. As we step back, we also step slightly outwards. We drop our knee down, our front knee is stacked over our ankle. We come to 90 degrees at the back, and then we come all the way up and we push that ground away from us. I'm going to show you a side view of this right here. So as we step back, as I drop, you can see that I have my ankle over that front knee over the front ankle, but I also have my shoulder stacked over my hips, and my leg here is at 90 degrees. We're gonna do alternating leg lunges. Now, option, if you do not have weight, we're gonna take it body weight style. We're gonna step back, drop down, coming all the way back up, and then we'll step back with that other leg. Again, if you want something a little bit more challenging and you don't have weights, I'm gonna have you step back, come down, half up, down, all the way up, or you can come back, and for that, you can go right here, and we're just gonna pulse it. Now, those two exercises, you're going to do 12 squats, and you're going to do 12 lunges per leg. Once you're done with that, we're gonna go to what is called a bootstrapper. This requires no equipment whatsoever. I'm gonna place my feet underneath my hips. I'm gonna come down as if I'm on the balls of my feet like a catcher in baseball. Right here, I'm gonna place my elbows on the tops of my knees. Right here, I'm going to fall forward and place my hands on the ground, tuck your knees in. Now my upper body does not move. I take and drop my eyes down to the ground. I lift my hips up, press your heels into the ground, and I'm gonna come back down right here. All the way up, and we come down just about a ½ an inch above the ground. I'm gonna show you a side view as well. I'm gonna come here, I'm gonna place my elbows right here on top. I'm gonna come down, lift your hips up and down. And as you notice, my wrists stay underneath my shoulders the entire time. You're going to do 24 of those. All right, everybody, you're gonna do these exercises round and round for 5 minutes. Remember, you have 12 squats, 12 lunges per leg, 24 bootstrappers. So go ahead, set your clock for 5 minutes. Good luck, and I hope you get a great leg workout in.
Good morning! It's a happy Friday. This is Coach Carly here. I'll be showing you guys 3 cardio-based workouts. The timing for today will be 45 seconds of work with 15 seconds of rest. The first exercise will be doing 10 high knees with 2 spras. Let me demo it for you. Our knees are going to be jogging up past our hip line, going as fast as we can. Dropping it down for the 2 spras, or we're in a high plank. Our feet are coming on the outside of our hands, bringing our hands up like we're going to catch the ball, bringing it back down, jumping back, jumping forward. Repeat that twice. Come back up for the 10 high knees. For our second workout, we will be doing 4 lateral shoulders, followed with 2 jump squats. Let me demo it for you. So, we'll be starting in a football stance position. Then, as we go, our leg is going to be parallel to the floor, our leg is completely straight, and our butt is hovering the floor. 2, 3, 4. Bring it back up, 2 jump squats. Repeat. Awesome. For the third and the final exercise, I am sweating, oh my gosh. Okay, so for the third and the final station, we will be doing 2 inchworms, 2 jumping jacks, and then 2 plyometric lunges. It's kind of like the 2x2x2 at IHOP, but not. Okay, anyway, so 2 inchworms. Here we go. Starting up and straight, walking our feet out as far as we can go, really extending our arms, bringing it back up. 1, 2. Next we have 2 jumping jacks, and then 2 plyometric lunges. For the lunges, notice how my knee is not touching the ground, it's hovering, and I'm switching over. If you need a regression, you can just walk it back, like so. Anyway, so those are the 2-for-2, the 2x2x2 workout. All right, let's get started, folks.
All right, guys, the first move I got for you, a little back and biceps you can do at home with a book bag. Stuff it full of whatever, books, anything that can put some weight and make it a little bit heavier and add some resistance. So you're gonna grab it by the handles, hinge at the hips, push those hips back. Then we got an RDL to a row right here. So I'm pushing my hips back, feeling a hip stretch to my hamstrings on the way down. I got my core locked in before I go into that row. Pull the elbows, butt back into that rib cage. Nice tight core again. Push the hips back, get one from the side. Hips go back, I'm at the bottom of my RDL. Boom. So I'm working my lower back, working my lats here with just a book bag. Oh, hey there guys, sorry. I just caught me up in my knowledge a little bit. So I got two books here. You can use these perfectly for a bent over reverse fly right here. So I'm getting the back of my shoulders, those rear delts, the upper back working right here. Again, we're hinge at the hips, push those hips back, and then we're just flying. Nice squeeze at the top. Hands go right out to shoulder width. All right, good. Again, squeezing those shoulder blades back and together at the top. Good. Get your knowledge on, get your gains on at the same time. All right, guys, next thing I got for you, we can hit our biceps. Same thing, book back here. All we're doing, again, adding resistance, curling it up. Nice squeeze at the top, lower back down with control. Squeeze it up, feel that tension in your biceps at the top. Control that squeeze, and then lower back down, resist gravity back down to that starting position.
Hey friends, it's your coach Passy. I'm gonna go off of Chris's workouts. You're gonna use the same book. First thing first, drop it to the floor, get on one side. That's move one. Move two, we're gonna drop down. Switching arms. And move three, side jumps. Woo!
All right, Coach Chris here. I got some chest and tricep moves for you guys that you can do at home. No equipment necessary. All right, all you need is a backpack if you have it, but you don't need it, all right? So we're gonna go resisted push-ups. So I'm gonna load this backpack up with resistance, whatever you got at home to make it a little bit heavier for those push-ups. Lower the chest down, drive it up. You can go a little bit wider and mix between narrow and wide if you want. And then, boom, resisted push-ups. Next, grab something that you can elevate on, a chair, a bench, a couch, anything that you can lift yourself up off of. Extend those arms out, we're going tricep dip. So keep my back nice and tight. All right, again, you can do this with the backpack on. It's gonna add that extra resistance, but you don't need it. Go to tricep dips, hit 10, flip it around, and we're going, boom, straight into incline push-ups, 10 and 10. The last thing I got for you guys. All right, move three. We're gonna grab a plate here, but you don't need a plate. You can grab a book. You can grab anything that's pretty flat and you can squeeze together. All right, so I'm gonna squeeze my chest, push into the object as I drive out. All right, I'm gonna really feel that burn through my chest and triceps. All right, just with that static isometric push against, my chest is super engaged right now. And I promise you, if you do 10 of these squeezing as hard as you can, you will feel that burn. All right, guys. Let's get these gains.
Hey everyone, it's Coach Erin here, and me and Cozy are here to burn out your shoulders and your abs in the next 4 minutes. 3 exercises, 20 sets of each exercise, repeated continuously until you hit that 4-minute mark. First exercise we're going to do are shoulder taps. So we are going to bring those wrists directly underneath our shoulders, our belly button is drawn in, and our hips are nice and level. Imagine a glass of water on that low back that you don't want to spill. So I don't want to see your hips rocking back and forth. I want them nice and level, and we are going to tap those shoulders out 20 times for that one. Next one are plank jacks. Plank jacks, you can use sliders, paper plates, or no equipment necessary on this one. Again, shoulders are directly over our wrists, and we are going to keep that belly button drawn in as we plank it out, okay? Last and final exercise I want you guys to do are the simple mountain climbers, okay? Mountain climbers, again, wrists are directly underneath our shoulders, our belly button is drawn in, and we are driving those knees up to our chest. So Some variations on this one. You can bring in those sliders. You can do double mountain climbers or the mountain climbers with the sliders. You can also do the double mountain climbers without the sliders, or bring it to the wide mountain climbers as well. Have fun with this, guys. If you keep that up for 4 minutes straight, I guarantee you a nice burn.
Hey everybody, it's Michelle here. Hey, I wanted to follow up this video and talk about cool down and restoring the body. You guys know after you guys put your body through 40-45 minutes of work, the best thing to do as soon as you're done is allow for a cool down, and then while your muscles are warm, really get into those stretches that help re-elongate those muscles, allow oxygen and blood flow to get back into the muscles, and that's how the healing process starts, and it helps to prevent injury. So for anybody out there that has tight calves or even plantar fasciitis, what I recommend is grabbing a tennis ball. I have a baseball here, and rolling out the bottom of your foot. You're gonna notice probably some spots, maybe closer to the toes or the ball of the foot, that you're gonna feel almost like tiny knots in there. So what I recommend is allow the pressure of your body weight against the hardness of either a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball, or a baseball, and break up those adhesions. As you break up those adhesions, again, you're gonna be allowing blood flow and oxygen to get back into those tiny muscles to really start that healing process. So let's talk about the foam roller. You guys know this is probably one of the best ones, right? The hardness of the black foam roller grade against your body weight, again, same thing as that baseball or tennis ball, is really gonna allow it to break up the adhesions to re-elongate those muscles. The number one common injury or overuse injury in fitness comes from the IT band. Okay, so the IT band connecting from the side of the hip or down the side of the leg underneath that kneecap. A lot of times we think we have knee limitations when in reality it comes down to just tightness in that IT band. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and lay, starting at our hip. We're gonna go ahead and making sure the elbow stays underneath the shoulder. Notice my body's in a straight line from my shoulders all the way down to my feet. Stacking my feet right here. If you guys want to add a little bit more, you guys can raise those feet up off the ground. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly, quarter inch each time, and roll our way down. When you find a spot that feels uncomfortable, I recommend holding probably about 15 to 30 seconds right here before working your way down. If you find that it's too much, having the feet stacked, the option is to go ahead and drop one foot down to the ground and take a little bit of that body weight off. So again, rolling up and down the side of the leg will help to re-elongate the IT band. The other one that tends to get overworked, especially when the IT band is tight, is the TFL. So what I'm gonna do is notice I shift my body weight to about a 45-degree angle, and here I'm gonna roll up and down. So this is a little tight on me, just because my quads tend to get overworked. But right here, just slowly rolling up and down. So I want you guys to practice this, doing this for about maybe 10 minutes on each side. The other common or spot that we get tight, especially from heavy lifting, is the piriformis. So how to get into the piriformis if you don't have a lacrosse ball or a baseball? Using the foam roller, we're gonna take the ankle to the top of the knee, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll our body weight into that foam roller. Okay, so right here, up and down, really getting into that piriformis. Okay, so these are a couple of things you guys can do, especially after a tough cardio day with a lot of plyometrics or heavy lifting when you're really working those quads, those hamstrings, those glutes, those calves. Stay tuned. I'm gonna do another video for more upper body. Have a good one.